I've had people coming to me various times asking, I want to know my purpose. I want to know why I'm living. So the first thing you need to know is that wherever you find yourself, you should be serving. When you're living purpose, what you are saying is that you go around to impact, to contribute to your world, to people around you. So your life is not only lived within, you live from within and then you flow. So this is when that well within you becomes a river that water other people's path, or that gives other people the opportunity to get watered, all right? And so your purpose would actually be living out your essence. So your essence is who you really are, and then your purpose would probably be serving out that essence. So you're coming to, as a healer, what do? You're going forth to heal, to contribute to other people's health and how they relate to life, how they feel about themselves. So it is important that your purpose, your passion, which is that deep emotional connection, love, enthusiasm, okay, that is related, or that is directed towards some specific interest or endeavors in your life. That is actually your passion, right? So it reflects what you love to do, what fuels you, what keeps you energized and activated. So for some people, their purpose relates with their passion. Other people, it's not. It's very different. What they need to serve to their wealth is a bit different from what excites them or what refreshes, what refuels them. All right. So now in that case, that passion becomes a fueling, a place where you go to relax, to refresh, to regain yourself. So these two, purpose and passion, should be kept burning every time so that you do not get into routines that dim the light. For instance, working to fulfill your purpose is your routine, right? Your passion is what will fuel it, will break you from the routine to get to do something else. Okay, so you are actually going or contributing to people's life, teaching, helping them to become who they are. I was speaking to a counselor recently, and she was sharing how she can get drained sometimes with what she's doing. So let's take it that to counsel people is her purpose, all right, or what she is made to do. Now that becomes draining for her sometimes, listening to people, trying to help them navigate, solve their problems. So in such a case, it's likely she has something else that is a passion. Maybe going back to either cook, prepare some recipes, spend time outside with other people, with friends, becomes what refreshes her. So those two should be kept alive, should be kept activated, all right, so that you can break from your routines, which is the purpose, the reason for which you are living, and then refresh, rejuvenate yourself. It is very important. Right. So let's say that if we are relating the two, purpose is more like the larger guiding force in your life. It guides you. That is what you're existing for. And so it defines your vision, your mission. It gives you direction. It breathes meaning into your life, your sense of significance and worth. And then your passion is that which sparks and keeps your journey vibrant and rewarding. Okay. So yes, you may be drained sometimes. That is if your purpose is quite different from what fuels you up. So your passion would actually support the pursuit of your purpose. Now, why is it important, or what is the significance of living with purpose and passion? It awakens your soul from the survival mood. It changes or shifts from the survival mode into the mode of significance. Now, as I said earlier, living out purpose is contributing to something greater than you, all right? And then your passion actually fuels, rejuvenates you. When you are living out purpose, when you are contributing to other people, you shift from just living out routine to beginning to gain meaning in whatever you do. You don't just exist. You begin to live truly. Your life becomes activated and profound with a lot of meaning. So you do not just do things to tick the boxes. You are involved actively in the life you are living, because you are not just doing it from that place of let's go through the motions, but you are looking out for something. You are looking out for an effect, an impact, a contribution. And so when that is not happening, it keeps you focused, attentive, putting in every effort and looking out for what will make it happen. You don't just survive, you don't just live out or live on, but you actually live from inside out. The other thing is that it brings healing and wholeness, right? So living out your purpose and then allowing your passion to refresh you breaks or mends the brokenness. So a lot of people, for the experiences they have had, for the exposures, for the definitions they have, they feel so broken, so fragmented. All right. How do you get yourself put together when you realize that you are living for a purpose, or there is a reason for your existence? And so you cannot allow just anything to deprive you of that. So you look out for how you can do that actively. So if you have to let go of the past pains, heal from them, so that more and more you can be fulfilling and achieving your reason for existence. That becomes your focus. So you don't just live a fragmented life. You begin to mend, you begin to put yourself together so that you are restored to wholeness by your active involvement in your own life, so that you can contribute to others, you can contribute to your world, you can give of your benefits, of your essence to others. Now, living out purpose and living with passion also fuels resilience and inner power. It will fuel your resilience, your ability to be able to bounce back from setbacks, from difficulties, from failures, seeming failures, from limitations. Why? Because when your purpose is in place, when you have a clear purpose, you actually have a strong resolve to do the things you are doing. So if it seems like one way didn't work, you do not remain there, or you do not just throw in. You get back to the drawing board, you get back and put yourself in the position to get things done. You want to build resilience. You want to have inner power, inner fortitude to rise, to bounce back, to keep going in the midst of all difficulty, in the midst of challenges. Look out for purpose, or begin to attach purpose to things. So I encourage my students, for instance, don't just come to school, don't just come to class and go out every time. Attach a reason to what you're doing for each course. So I tell them, you might not need the content of that course particularly for any job or whatever, but every course you attend and every course you get engaged in has a contribution it makes into your life, the life you are living. All right, even if it's not in the present, in the future, you never know. And so attach that reason for what you do. So don't just do things for doing sake. Attach reasons to them. All right. So you want to make impact. Why do you want to make impact? Attach a reason to it. You want to go to school. You've seen a course you want to take. Why particularly do you want to do that? What would it serve? Okay. So people come to me and probably they're at a point in life, they started off something and they want to give up on it. One thing I do is to always take them back to, why did you start this? So sometimes if they're able to connect with it and is strong, it gets them back fueled. If not, then you can sit there and begin to reflect and attach deep reasons to what you started earlier, and it gets you fueled up. So this would also help you build sustainable, courageous momentum. You keep moving, you keep adding on bit by bit, a step after the other, block upon block.